Hello, welcome to today's edition of Pegasus Test. On today's edition, we're covering Stage 3 of the Gunfighter Gauntlet 2024, Tech Noir. That's right, in the distant future, in 2009 that is, Skynet has taken over and you are one of the last members of humanity left to fight off the machines. You are moving through the remnants of LA when you and your squad are set upon by a patrol of Terminators. Alright, this is the third stage of the Gauntlet, however it was our first stage of the day. And now that we've teleported to 2009, which is actually history but the future, and yeah, well, whatever. Anyhow, you had 4 Terminators coming at you down at the end of the bay, represented by 4 plates that you had to do in a 1 through 4 sweep. And at the completion of that sweep, you took a shot at the high value target, which is that silhouette you see over on the left side of the screen, but just to the right of the spinner. And what you did is you dropped your mag and fired the round that was in the chamber at it. Collect your bonus. That was to clear the rifle, so you could sit here and go through the barbed wire obstacle. Now, the nice thing that they did is they made it all nice and muddy, because apparently when they were on the RO match, it got rained on and they all got nasty, and they figured, well, the regular shooter shouldn't be deprived of this, so the shooter before me, they came in and poured buckets and buckets of water again to make it all nice and muddy. Which was really awesome, actually, because it looks really cool when you're all covered in mud and everything, even though cleanup's not that fun. You get over and reload at the next prop, and then you went through the same array as you just did, but as you can see by the different angles of the prop, that the shooting position was much different. And so one side of the course basically favored the right-hander, the other side favored the left-hander. So everybody was equally advantaged or disadvantaged as depending on your view. And once you complete the sweep of 1 through 4 and then 1 through 4, you again drop the mag so you can take a shot at that clearing target that's just to the right of the spinner you see at the top of the screen. And that's to make the rifle safe so you can dash up to your next position where you have to make a pistol engagement.
Up, grab the duffel bag.
And along the way you had to take a bag of something because, you know, you can't leave things behind.
Alright, pistol.
And this is where you switch to pistol, and there you had the array you went through, and it's 1 through 6, and then 1 through 6 again, no double taps.
4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3.
But the pistol fun's not over yet, because after you get that 6th target, you pick your satchel charge bag back up. Keeping your muzzle downrange and safe, you dash over to the next and final shooting position where you have to spin the spinner. And as you can see here, I'm getting my hits, but the spinner is just not getting momentum. It turned out very few people were able to spin the spinner, and most people parred out on this stage because of the spinner. Unfortunately, it's going to happen to me here, because as you see during this reload, which is not terribly fast but also not terribly slow, the thing lost almost all its momentum, which is just beyond frustrating. And I really get it going again, but the buzzer says I'm out of time. Alright, time for Chris's run here. His chance to get down in the gloopy gloppiness. So now Chris is a lefty here, so Coop's got to engage from the opposite of what I did. Like, one side's more comfortable for him than it was for me, and vice versa. But we're all both equally advantaged or disadvantaged depending on your point of view. So Kev's here is using his M4. He's got an aim-point PRO on it, and he seems to be able to handle the targets fairly well.
3, 4, drop the mag.
Taking his HVT shot there. Well, now the gun is clear, and he's going to head through the wire that is now extra muddy.
There you go. Down, down, down. Back up, Chris.
Okay, he's a little snagged on the barbed wire, but he's good to go now.
Lower! Get your head down! Get that booty down low.
He's a big guy and that wire's low, but he's making good progress getting through there.
And, alright, you good, go!
Once through, gets set on the prop. And I definitely think this prop favored the lefties over the righties,
right,
which, good for him. Aiming at those cyborg Terminators coming through.
1,
collecting the hits.
4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Drop the mag. HVT. Hit. Sling up. Grab the duffel. Go, go, go!
Dashing up to the next prop here, switching over to the pistol. Chris using a Legion X5 with a red dot sight, and he is making his hits here. Chris is a pretty good pistol shot, shoots a lot of USPSA, so he doesn't really have that much problem with this one. So gets his hits and gets ready to move on.
4. One more bottom right.
Unfortunately, necessary reload there.
5. 6. Grab the double.
Grabbing the satchel charge, moving out. Going to the last firing position to deal with that spinner.
Heart, your feet.
And unfortunately, that spinner is going to be a nemesis for Coop like it was for me. As you can see, it teases you by thinking it's going to get good momentum, but no, it's not going to have enough. And as soon as you go for that reload, as you can see, a lot of that momentum goes away. He actually managed to retain a little bit more than I did. Not that it made any difference in the end. But now we move on to Kev. And Kevin's going to shoot his first daylight match here ever with a rifle he's never shot before until the first shot goes off under the clock. And then to top it off, you know, he's got to figure things out along the way. But that's what makes things really challenging. Now, Kev was using a KP-15 with a Faxon lightweight barrel, aim point comp M5, and a primary arms magnifier. I think if Kev had chosen to use the magnifier at this distance, it would have helped him out a little. But like I said, not familiar with the gun at all, so, you know, he's doing the best he can under the circumstances.
Just under. Just under. Just under. 3. 4. Drop the mag.
But he does get the hits. Takes that HVT shot. And then moves out.
All right, go get down.
Now, I found the mud to actually be helpful here because I was just sliding along as much as crawling, or at least that's how it felt. And Kev had the opportunity to get here nice and gloopy gloppy too, so we all had equal fun in the mud.
Head clear. Butt clear.
Kevin did a really good job of keeping his rifle out of the mud, so kudos to him for that. And he gets here and loads up. Like I said, probably would have been helpful if he flipped that magnifier into place, but teach their own. And again, not being familiar with the rifle, first daylight competition here, you know, not bracing. I've said it before, I'll say it again, I'll continue to say it. If you have the opportunity to brace in a brutality match, always brace. It'll make life a lot easier for you. Probably speed up your time and reduce your misses.
Hitting low. Hitting very high.
Kevin doesn't give up here, which I admire. He keeps at it, keeps pressing on.
Hit! Hit! One more sweep. 1, 2. We're all around it.
And great video of the ejection pattern there.
4, drop the mag. HVT.
Then goes for the HVT shot
Hit!
and
Swing
gets
rifle,
it.
grab the
Always
double bag.
nice feeling there.
Go, go, go!
Then grabbing the satchel charge, moving out, moving up to that pistol position there. Unfortunately, the buzzer's going to get him.
Nice. All right.
Well, this was a super fun stage and a great way to start the match off. Getting muddy, nasty, gloopy, dirty, and then staying that way the rest of the day to prove that you've actually done something in life and touched grass or mud as it may be. We all came off of this in a super good, happy mood. All happy to be covered in mud, Kev started out his first daylight match, and while not an overwhelming success, definitely nothing to be upset about either. We're hoping you're enjoying this coverage of the Gunfighter Gauntlet 2024. Please comment, like, and subscribe, and tune in tomorrow for Stage 4.